more fields in a table, and all columns whichever you given under a primary key should be not null. And after creating a table, the table is called, it is an inconsistent state. Okay, if it's an inconsistent state, you cannot use a table, but the table will become consistent provided you create unique index. It's like writing a book. We are giving a storage for writing a book, and then we are writing a storage for creating the index at the end. So we have to create unique index. Index name can be anything. Give any name. If it says it's a duplicate name, give a new name. Okay, it's going to give a new name. Syntax is create unique index name on table name of the primary key. So once the table is created, it is in consistent state, you can start inserting values. Okay, all these commands we have seen we saw in the morning. Okay, and if you want to, there are many select commands. There are many select commands. We'll just see some example, and all are self-explanatory. Okay, all are self-explanatory. So these are some operators which can be used in select command. Okay, again it's English like. Okay, you can understand. So select start from customers, what it's going to bring. All the rows, right? All the columns, entire table. So if you want to select, any specific customer, what you have to use? You have to use WHERR class. Select start from customers, WHERR condition. Condition is WHERR column name, any relational operator and value. So column name, relational operator value, that is a condition. It's like an if condition. So can you tell me what this will do? Select start from customers, where salary greater than 5,000.
All customer data and salary greater
are equal to those. And what about this? So this is not equal to. Okay, the greater than symbol. This is greater than equal to. And less than, you can use mathematical symbol, less than equal to, and not equal to is greater than, less than and greater than. So this is not equal to. Okay, this is not equal to symbol. So it's going to select all the customers where salary not equal to 2,000. So here, suppose if you want to exactly equal to 5,000, we give equal to here. If we have a list of values, we use a keyword called in. Okay, if you have list of values, like if you are, for example, yesterday, status equal to active or expired. Okay, we are having two values. If we are having more than one value, instead of giving like this, we cannot give R here. Okay, so you have to write full field like this. Instead of writing like this, what you can do, you can use in parameter. So where is a class to selectively retrieve rows from a table. So we can compare where as an include or omit condition. Okay, remember include omit condition in sort. So where is going to filter the records based on a condition. The condition you can use relational operators like equal to, greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, not equal to, or you can use parameters like in and like. In means when you use in is when you have a list of values. So when you have a list of values, after writing in, within bracket, give the list of values. If the value is alphanumeric, give within quotes. If it's a number, don't give quotes. Okay, and let me probably show this. So these are some high-level syntax. Okay, high-level syntax. Where condition. If you want to have, if you are having multiple conditions, you can have logical operators and or and then attach as many conditions you want. Suppose if you have only list of values, use in parameter and give the list of values. If you have a range of values, use between parameter, the range of values. When you are using range of values, the range also is included. Value 1 and value 2 is included. For example, select star from table, employee table, where marks between 71 and 100. So it is going to bring all the marks, all the people who scored mark from 71 till 100, because the range also is included. Suppose if you have any you don't know the value you want to give, then you can give wildcard character. For example, if you are going to list down the data sets, if you want to list down all data sets which starts with EMP, what you do? We give 3.4. So we give 3.4 gamma 01 dot EMP star. So there star is a wildcard character. If you give star, it can have any value. So similarly in SQL we have two wildcard character. One is underscore, next one is percentage. So underscore means a single character. Percentage denotes any number of characters. So underscore denotes single character. Percentage denotes any number of characters. So when you have a pattern and you don't know the exact value, if you have exact value, we are going to use condition with relational operator. If you have list of values, go for in. If you have range of values, go for between. If you have any pattern, go for like. And in the pattern, you are going to use percentage and underscore. Percentage denotes any number of characters and underscore denotes only one character. Okay, and remember, where condition is something like a filtering criteria, like what we like include and omit. We can compare select query against sort also. Okay, select is nothing but select column names are nothing but outright fields. Where is nothing but include or omit condition. Okay, where is going to filter the records. Okay, let me give some examples. Let me show some examples, and all are self-explanatory. Can you tell me what is the output of this? Select star from customer table, where customer name like yes%.
Name starting from yes.
Name starting with yes, sir.
Name starting with yes, that's good. What about second one? Customer table where customer name in Suresh and Venkat. So it's going to be list of
the Suresh and Venkat.
Yeah. What about this? Age greater than equal to 25 and salary greater than equal to 65.
It will display the customer greater than 25
Okay.
salary 1,500.
Okay, what about this? Where age is not null.
Compulsory some age is defined.
That's it. I mean, see, for example, if age field is defined as can be null, I mean without a not null constraint. Suppose there are 100 rows. In 100 rows, 5 rows we didn't insert data in age, so that will be null. If you write age is not null, it is going to bring the remaining 95 rows. So don't give age equal to null. Age equal to null is not correct, because if you give equal to relational operator, we have to have value, but this is not a value. So you have to use age is not null or age is null. Suppose you want to find where age is null. For example, if there are all 23 people, data is there in a table, and we don't have any project name. Project and is defined as can be null. If your HR wants to find who are the people who is still waiting for project, they can write like this: select star from employee table where project is null. Okay. What about this? Select star from customers where name like KO%.
Those names are starting from
Name
K.
states from
KO, but percentage means any number of characters.
Number of characters.
Okay. Select star from customers where age between 25 and 27.
Between 25 and
Includes
27.
the range also, sir. 25 and
Equal,
27.
so 25, 26, 27. Okay. So this is where condition. If you want to filter the rows, use where condition, and if you want multiple condition, use and or. And if you can use in between like. In means list of values. Like, I mean a pattern. Between is a range of values. Is null, is not null can be used if you want to select columns which may or may not have null. Okay, it shows how to use AND operator, OR operator. All these are very so like SQL like class is used to compare a value to similar values using wildcard operators. There are two wildcard used in conjunction with like operator, percentage sign and underscore. So these are some examples. Can you tell me what will be the output of this? Actually, salary is actually alphanumeric. That's why you are getting quotes. But anyway, it's not correct. So where salary like 200%.
200, it will start at 100.
Starting with the 200, sir.
But any number of
Display the-
characters after that.
Yes.
Starting.
What about this one? Where salary like underscore 00%.
Underscore means
Only one usually it will take.
Only one characters.
No, one character means what?
any number, sir. At the starting point,
number.
anything 1, 2, 3, 4,
It
like
can be anything. Then second and third should be 0.
after that,
And after not any number of characters. Okay. Similarly, 2 underscore 3.
After 2 there is any number, then any number.
Any
is
number
there.
and then 3. Ending with 3. That's okay, it's good. So insert, there are two basic syntaxes that we have seen. Insert into table name, column names, values, data. You cannot insert more than one row in a table. Insert into customers, values, data. So this is another way to write insert. Okay, insert is the command to insert row into your table. If you want to update the syntax we have already seen in the morning, update table name, set column name equal to value, comma, column name equal to value, comma, column name equal to value. You can update any number of columns in the table or all the columns in the table. But one column cannot be updated if it's an index table. Which column is that? You're already aware?
primary.
Primary. So what this query is going to do, update customers table name, set address equal to Pune, salary equal to 1000. If there are 100 rows in the table, how many rows it's going to update?
100 rows.
All
100 was
100 rows. And remember, whenever you use an update or table, use where condition. It's very strict in projects. If you don't use where condition in update and delete, especially in program, it's going to update all the rows. Okay, now we saw how to select columns. You select any number of columns, or you can select all columns by giving select star, and then you can filter the records using where class. Now let's see how to sequence the records. For sequence the records, you can use order by class. The SQL order by class is used to sort the data in ascending or descending order. See, again you can compare this with sort fields. Say sort fields, you can have as many sort criteria as you want, right? Like ascending and descending. Syntax is select column name from table name, the where condition is optional, order by column 1, comma, column 2, comma, column 3, and so on. So if you don't, and you have to write either ascending or descending. So if it's ascending, you write ASC. If it's descending, write DESC. If you don't write either ASC or DESC, by default is going to be ascending order. Okay, you can have multiple sorting criteria. So you can have multiple sorting criteria. So if you have multiple sorting criteria, means what? First it is going to sort on first criteria, and within that criteria it is going to sort on the other criteria. So what, see, ASC or DESC is not mandatory. Okay, select star from customers, order by, and where condition is optional. It's like sort fields. If we write name comma salary, what does it mean? Selecting, it's going to select all the columns from table name, customers,
First, it will
order by, name first, in which order?
and next salary.
Name,
Ascending.
name in ascending,
Ascending order.
and then salary in descending, salary in also in ascending order. So within name, it is going to have salary. What about this? Select stuff from customers, order by, name, descending order. It's going to sort on descending. So it's like sort fields. Okay, sort fields. So we have seen, we can use where class. In where class we can use in, between, and like, and is null, is not null, is class, is parameter, then order by. So you are going to, if you want to sequence the rows that you are going to retrieve, either use ascending or descending, and by default it's going to be ascending. And you can have as many sorting criteria as you want, and all these are optional. And if you are going to give where and order by, you have to give where first, then order by next. Okay, it should be the same sequence what I have given. Okay, just hold on. If you are, and we have something called functions. We can use functions as a part of table. For example, a count is a function. Can you tell me how to use count?
In select class.
In select class. So we have arithmetic functions, we have string functions, and we have date functions. So I'll be giving you a couple of PDF of SQL which has a lot of functions present, but it depends on which project you are landing. So if your project module you are landing in use a lot of SQL, then probably it will be useful. Okay, there are many arithmetic functions, string function, and date function, and all these are called scalar functions. In arithmetic function, we have min, max, sum, average. These are some common. In string, we can have the concat, left, etc. Okay, and date, there are many functions. So all the date functions, and we'll be using in project. Okay, when we write a final project, we'll be using string functions and date functions. Now let's see sum function. Okay, so when you use a function, it is based on, see, when you want to sum something, or you go to sum blindly, or it is going to be based on some value. Assume, let's take an example of sort. Okay, in sort, what we had, say ID, name, say project, say location, and salary. So here we are going to, let's assume we are applying a arithmetic functions. Suppose I want to sum all the salary for every project. So can you just sum salary without any control field? Is it possible?
No, sir.
We cannot do so we are summing salary. So in what we had in sort, so for sort fields equal to project, and sum fields equal to salary. This is what we did when we learned sort, right? So suppose we'll take your employee file. Assume employee file is in employee database, or assume it's an employee file, no issues. If you write sort fields on a project and sum fields on a salary, how many rows would be in the output? How many records will be there in output?
3.
Depending upon the number of people.
3 records.
3
3
records.
records.
3 records. That's correct. If you have if you are going to sum based on gender, how many records?
2 records.
2 records. Based on designation,
1.
1 record. So whenever you do arithmetic functions on any column in a table or a field in any file, it is going to be based on some similar values, right? Some similar data in some field. So there should be 2 fields. One is control field. Next one is going to be a field where function is applied. Suppose let's take project and salary. So what are the fields which are relevant to be in output? Are you going to bring ID, name, gender, designation in output? So are you going to bring all these columns in output or what? If you're
Project and salary. Sum of salary.
so why can't you bring all these? In sort we can do, right? In sort, if you don't give outright fields, it is going to display all the row. How it works is it is going to pick the first row. Suppose if you give designation, I think Hemant number is the first row, right? So DXC001 is Hemant. If you write designation here, how many rows will be in the output?
1 row.
How many row? Only 1 row. But if you don't give outright fields, you are going to get all the columns in the output file. So I'm talking about sync sort. So what it does, it brings the top, row, ID, name, gender. So it is going to bring DXC001, Hemant, and it is going to give some project, some salary, some 25,000 into something. Say probably 5 lakhs. $6.25 lakhs. So this will be like this. So is it correct? It's not correct because it's
According to designation.
Because it's according to designation, the entire 25 people's salary doesn't go to Hemant's account. If you transfer to Hemant's account, he'll be happy. But unfortunately, it's not correct. Okay, we cannot do that. So we should not have this. So whenever you have an arithmetic function, on a specific column, all the columns are not candidate in the output. The columns that you can bring in output are nothing but columns on which you are applying the function, say a designation, and the column, so it's salary, are the columns which act as a control field. Okay, when you are applying a function, when you are doing in any arithmetic function or adding some column, it should be based on a control field. And when after writing this, which are better candidates to be written in output file? The candidate on which field on which you are applying a function, and the field which acts as a control field. These are the only 2 eligible fields in output. Okay, these are only 2 eligible fields in output. So similarly, like how we use in sort, we can apply function sum, min, max, average based on a control field. Sum, min, max, average based on a control field. So we are going to apply this function on a column based on one control field. Then what are the columns which are eligible to bring in the output? The column on which you are applying the function, and the column which serves as a control field. And this control field is given by a class called group by class. Okay, now we have one more class, group by. So we use group by provided we have some functions. When we use functions, so here group by acts as a control field, and it should be in the same order which are written. If you are writing all these three, you have to write where first, group by second, order by last. So first is going to be select command. So all these are classes that we can write as a part of select command to retrieve the rows you want. Where is going to filter the rows, order by is going to sequence the rows, and group by is going to apply a control field, and whenever you are applying a function on a specific column, the group by acts as a control field. Same way like what we did in sort holds good for SQL also. Okay, well, SQL also. Probably you would have learned the group by in your college, right? So let's see an example. Whenever you are applying a function, we use group by because group by acts as a control field. So I'm going a little bit quicker, but because it's easy, and moreover, you have to start a lab also. The SQL group by class used in collaboration with select statement to arrange identical data into groups. Okay. Whenever you are applying a function, we are going to group some identical columns, identical value in a field, and then apply the function. So you have to group the function and then apply the function. The group by class follows the where class and precedes the order by class. You can use all the classes together, but group by should be after where and before order by. And when you use group by, we use group by when you are going to apply a function on any specific columns. And remember, the column on which you are applying function and the column on which you are applying the control in the group by class are the only eligible columns to be written in select statement. You cannot write all the columns you want. Okay, select should have only the columns on which you are applying function and also the column on which you are applying group by class. I'll give an example. Okay, tell me what is the output of this? Select project, sum of salary. Same, whatever we had discussed, right? From customers, where gender equal to M, group by project.
Project
3 records.
wise and gender is male.
3 records, and it is going to take only gender equal to male.
Gender is equal to M.
If this is not there, it is going to take all the gender. And if you want to, sort, you have to write order by project. So what we have done, sum of salary, we are applying a function, an arithmetic function on a column based on this group by class. And after applying this field and this field are the only eligible columns in select statement. You cannot write empid here. If you give empid here, SQL will fail. Okay, but there it didn't fail. In sort it didn't fail, but here it will fail. Okay. So let me tell the way it works. What it really does, it is going to first select the columns you want, and then it is going to apply the filtering criteria. Then it is going to apply the function and group by. Then if you have order by, it executes order by class. Okay. Select. So what is the output of this? Select. What is select? Start from table, all the rows from table, right? Okay, select count of star from table.
Number of records.
Number of rows from table. Number of rows in a table. It's very easy. And select count of star from table where name equal to Zara.
Number of rows which include Jara.
Yes,
It gives the complete record of Zara.
Zara, yes. SQL max function. SQL max function is used to find out the record with maximum value among record set. Okay, to understand max function, consider an employee table which is having following records. Okay, select maximum of daily typing pages from employee table. What does it bring? What is output of this?
Higher.
So it's going to be the maximum of daily people. Assume there are people are typing. Okay, typing page. So it's the maximum pages that is typed in the table will be brought as the output. Yeah. Select name, comma, maximum type pages from employee table. Group by name.
He give the maximum page
And who
based
who
on
is
the
person?
name.
Who is not based on the name, and who it's going to bring the person name also. It is going to tell the person who was typing maximum number of page. Okay, remember there are some mistakes here. Whatever is given here should be here in group by. So okay. Now let me tell about having class. So as I told you, it's going to select and then apply the where condition, which is filtering the rows, then apply group by and sum, and then finally order by. Now we have another class called having class. Okay, having class is another filtering criteria, but it is going to filter the output of group by class. So having is also like filtering criteria, but it's going to filter the output of group by class. Because where is going to execute first. In where condition, you can give any column name. Okay, in where condition, you can give any column name, but in having, we can give the column name specified in group by query. For example, actually this is incorrect. So here I have given gender equal to M, but gender is not part of the select statement, right? In where condition, you can give any column name you want in the table. It is going to filter based on the condition. You can give as many conditions you want. Suppose if you want to filter after the group by class, you can use having. The columns that you are going to give in having is nothing but columns that you are given in select statement. You cannot give any column. You cannot give gender equal to M. You can give column which is given in select statement. For example, you give sum of same column name, salary greater than 10,000. So what it does?
It gives the salary whose salary is greater than 10,000.
That's right. So it's going to select project name and salary. It's going to group together all the project. It's going to select project and salary first. It is going to discard all the fees. Then it is going to filter the rows based on the mail. Okay. Assume it is going to select our entire table. So then you assume it's going to filter the rows based on where condition. Then after where condition, group by is going to get worked upon. So when group by is working, it is going to select only project and it is going to sum. So when it selects project, what it does, it is going to sort and group together all the identical values. Then it is going to sum, apply the sum on salary. After doing this, if you want to filter based on the sum of salary, you can use greater than 10,000. You understand? Suppose if the client wants, suppose CEO is asking the HR, I want all projects. Okay, all projects where salary is, suppose they want to lay off senior people. Okay, only the highest paid person is going to be laid off. For example, in all the project, what we can do, select name comma maximum of salary from employee table, okay, group by name. So it is going to be bring the person who is earning the most in every project. Okay, so likewise we can get, suppose CEO is saying I want the maximum, highest paid person in every project, but the payment should be greater than 1 lakh. Then what we can do, so I'll write the query now. I want the highest paid person from every project. Select. Probably assume is highest paid is a good performance, right? Probably they are going to give share to that person. So maximum of salary from employee, where is not required, group by name, and having max of salary greater than 1 lakh. Do you guys understand? So what is going to be the output of this? We are going to get the person who is earning most in all the projects, and the salary is also greater than 1 lakh. Are you understanding this query?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to understand how having is used. Having is also a filtering criteria which is applied after the group by class is applied, and the fields you are going to give here are the fields you have mentioned. If you are having a function, you just mention, so you mention along with the function name. So when you apply a function, the field name will be max of salary. Give the same name here. Okay, this is how we are to apply having. So having, you have to understand group by having. Group by having is like control field, and whenever you have control field, you are applying a function. Having is filtering criteria, which is optional. Let's see this. The having class enables you to specify conditions that filter which group results appear in the final results. Okay, the where class places conditions on selected columns, whereas having class places condition on groups. See, where class places condition on selected columns. Not only selected columns, even if there are no columns specified, we can use where condition. Whereas having class places condition on groups created by the group by class. And all these can be used together. If you are using all these together, it should be in the same sequence. It should be having where should be written first, followed by group by, then having, then order by. So all these are classes as a part of where select statement. Select statement is very important because you have to know how to store data using insert command. You know how to update and delete row, but you have to know how to properly select the rows. You have to know how to select rows whatever you want. So what you are going to do, you are going to use all these classes: where condition, group by class, having, and order by. So what is the output of this? Select distinct of salary from customers, order by salary.
It will remove duplicates.
It's going to remove unique. Distinct means unique. It's going to remove duplicates. So all these are self-explanatory, very easy. Here I am asking you to create a table. Okay, these are tables. Are given the structure. Write date. Date you write as date itself. Remember, account number, name, address, gender should be not null. Okay, not null constraints. Date should have not null with default. How do you write not null with default? Okay, default I will just remove. So here balance is not given as not null. So don't write not null here. And here this is the primary key. Okay, account number is primary key. So it should be an index table. You can refer to the document. So once you create a table, you have to create an index, unique index. Unless you create a unique index, you cannot use a table. Okay. Okay, I think this is enough. You'll be able to do. It's very easy. So this is the data you are going to insert. So remember, date should be inserted in this pattern. Okay, YYYY hyphen MMDD. And I have given null here. Okay, null means you have to write null, NULL. So insert into column names, values, A0012 within quotes, comma Sanjay, comma Kolkata. I'll show you the example. Suppose you're adding like this. Suppose they are saying make the column as null. Okay, if you want to make the column as null, you have to tell the system like this, NULL. See, NULL means this is going to be null. Null means don't allocate storage. Don't give null within quotes. If you give null within quotes, what happens? What does it mean?
NULL 4 characters it will print.
It's a data. Okay, it's a data. You have to understand between the keyword and data. If you give within quotes, it becomes a data. Okay, and remember, without quotes, it's a syntax. So SQL is going to be very easy. We are okay. So can you answer this? Order by class.
D.
Order by class is D. You are saying D. Okay. What about having class?
E. Equivalent to where class of group.
Enough. And I need new person. What is Tarun is answering?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
A.
Data definition conversion.
Okay.
Data manipulation.
Data manipulation. Create
Data
data
definition, sir.
No, data definition.
Data definition.
How
Instead
yes,
of
sir.
it,
Yes, sir.
Data
Yes, sir.
man-
Option A.
Next one, sir. Yeah.
yeah, this is going to be C for sure.
Character types.